Hello everyone, I want to welcome you back again to another lesson. Remember in our previous lesson we discussed about introduction to parts of speech, and I did mention that in this lesson we will discuss these parts of speech at length. So in this lesson we'll talk about nouns, and remember in the first module we discussed the same. We discussed various examples of how nouns are assigned. But in this lesson, we are going to focus on the function of nouns and how nouns are used in either English or in sign language. Now, we say that a noun is a word for a person, an idea, a thing, or a place. So it can be either of those four that I've mentioned. Remember that nouns are often used with an article, the, an, or a, but not all nouns use such articles. Remember also something else about, of course, concerning nouns, that proper nouns always start with capital letters, of course, in English. In sign language, we said that when it comes to characteristics of sign language, we did mention that one of the characteristics is that a sign language is written in capital letters. All words sign language must be expressed in written form in capital letters. So whether a proper noun, whether a noun or any part of speech in sign language, it will appear in capital letters. However, in English, remember we said that English and sign language intermarry. When we are translating, for example, sign language sentences to English, we have to bear in mind the grammar order of English. And whenever you come across a noun, you must be able to know that this noun in English has to start with a capital letter, whether at the beginning of the sentence or in the middle of the sentence. That's something very important that we have to note. And remember also that common nouns do not start with a capital letter unless it is starting a sentence. Only proper nouns have their first letters written in capital letters, whether at the beginning of the sentence or at the middle of the sentence. Nouns can be used either in singular or in plural form. So a noun can appear in singular or in plural, and can also be used to show possession, or can be put in possessive form. Now, whenever we make a noun to become in a possessive form, we add s. We add letter s, meaning to say, for example, a name like John. John will be added s to show possession. So we'll say John's. So Johnny's car. So meaning it belongs to John. So whenever we add s to any noun, it becomes in the possessive form. However, in sign language, whenever we want to make a noun to appear in the possessive form, we add, instead of putting s, we add facial expression. Not just facial expression, of course, appropriate facial expression that will show that something belongs to someone, or a given noun has changed to possessive form. Remember also that nouns can function, of course, in different roles within a sentence. For example, a noun can be a subject depending where it's placed in a sentence, or a noun can be a direct or indirect object. It can also be a subject complement, or an object of the preposition. So nouns can be in any of those positions when it comes to writing a sentence. Now, we are going to discuss one example sentence that will be able to identify nouns and be able to talk about them in a better way. Now, the sentence in English is, the young girl brought me a very long letter from the teacher, comma, and then she quickly disappeared. Oh my. Again, this is a sentence in English, and I want us to identify nouns in these sentences. I've said the sentence is, the young girl brought me a very long letter from the teacher, and then she quickly disappeared. Oh my. So that's a sentence in English. Can we identify the nouns? The first noun here is the girl. We have the letter and the teacher. Those are the three nouns in these sentences. How shall we put this sentence in sign language? We will say, of course, we have to understand the parts, the parts of this sentence in terms of subject, object, and verb, and we have to place them exactly where they belong. So we will say, letter long, girl young, bring me, finish. From teacher, then she, disappear, fast. That's in sign language. We'll say, letter long, girl young, bring me finish. From the teacher, then she, disappear, fast. How are we going to sign this sentence? Of course, I want us to try put it in sign language. We'll say, we'll say, letter long. So this is the letter. This is the letter, this one. Letter or the letter. So letter long, because you have put it on a paper. So long like this. So letter long. Girl, either like this is a girl, or this. So either of the two. So girl or girl. So we start, letter long, girl, bring me, like this. So this is the bring, because it's coming in your direction. It means you are the one who was given. So we start, letter long, girl, bring me, finish, because this is something that has already happened. That's why we are putting the word finish, to show that the action already took place. So we start, letter long, girl, bring me, finish. From teacher, then from this one, then she, disappear fast. So we start, letter long, girl, bring me, finish. From teacher, then she, disappear fast. That's how we put it in, of course, in signed form. I want you to construct a sentence of the same kind and translate the sentence in sign language and try to sign the sentence. Practice more and more so that you're able to master. See you in the next lesson.